Hi everyone, Nikki Buckaloo here at the Seniors Real Estate Institute. And I'm here today to cover a question. What question am I covering today? I forgot. Oh yeah, the question is, what do I do when the seller forgets that they signed listing paperwork with me? Yeah, does that happen? It can. So here's why that question came up. We had a coaching client that called and said, I went to my client's house to put the sign in the yard and put the lockbox on after having met with them just a few days prior and signing all the listing paperwork. And when they got there, the person didn't recognize them. They didn't know why they were there and didn't remember signing listing paperwork. Now that can be a little disconcerting to say the least, right? So what do? Well, I'm not here to do a video on how to determine competency. That's not my role, and that's certainly not something that we can do in a 3 to 5 minute video. What I am here to do is talk about some tips that you might consider if that happens to you. And let's be honest, it could happen more and more. We're seeing more and more individuals as they age in place, live in their same home for many, many years, and at some point they may develop some cognitive issues, some memory decline. It can happen for lots of reasons. So if it happens to you, what do? Here are 3 tips. Ready? Number 1, get support. The most important thing you can do, both for the client and for you, is to get backup. So for you personally, you might call your broker, see if your broker could meet together with you, or have another unbiased person who could attend a meeting with you if you think there might be some memory concerns. Naturally, I would encourage you to engage the client's network as well. So ask the client, do you have a neighbor or a friend who might come meet with us to take a look at what we're doing today or to talk about what we're doing today? Is your son or daughter available if they have family in the area? But make sure that you get support. The second thing that you definitely want to do is document. So make notes. If when you're there the first time, there's some indication that there might be some concerns, make notes in your file about that. If you do go back and someone doesn't remember you and doesn't remember that they'd signed paperwork, you need to make sure and make notes about that so that in the future, if someone asks, you can make sure that you covered your bases as well as assisted the client. The third thing you want to do is, frankly, make a referral. And what do I mean by a referral? Well, if the person doesn't have support, let's say they don't have family or friends or a neighbor that they can call on or that you can engage, you may have to reach out and make a referral to what is in most markets called the Adult Protective Services. It's generally a part of the Department of Human Services in your area. They're very used to this kind of thing, and so you can call, you can make an anonymous referral either online or by phone. You give them the details of what's going on, and they'll go out and they'll check in on that person. They'll open a case file, they'll see what's going on, and if that person is in danger or at risk of being exploited, then they may take some actions to prevent that from happening. But at the very least, you know that someone's checking in on them, and so that's really important. If they belong to a faith organization, you could contact them and maybe have a pastor or someone come out from there to check in on them. And then of course, if in your first meeting they mentioned a neighbor or someone local and you jotted that down, you might reach out to them and let them know that you have concerns. So the last thing I want to say is obviously you want to make sure that you and your broker are on the same page with this. So if that happens to you, you want to make sure your broker is aware of it. You want to talk to your broker about what steps you need to take and whether or not there may be some legal issues that you need to talk about with your broker. I hope that helps. I hope that doesn't happen to you, but in the event that it does, just be prepared and know that there are some things you can do to help both yourself and the client. Thanks and have a great day.